Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in with us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Michaela Geis. Behind me, I have a brand new, just arrived yesterday, 2024 Cimarron Norstar 4-horse slant load with your RTG front tack. So, before we get to the trailer itself, I just want to run over a couple dimensions with you guys, let you know kind of what we're looking at. This one is going to be your standard size, so it's still going to be your 6'10 wide, your 7'1 tall. This trailer being a 4-horse slant load with just your single door front tack. Your short wall on your front tack is 3 foot 8 inches. Then your stall space on your left hand side is 17 feet 7 inches. Total floor length on this guy is going to be 21 foot 3 inches. On your Cimarron, you're going to have a standard size on your non-living quarters is an 8 foot 2 inch gooseneck nose up there. So combine that with your floor length, hitch to bumper, we're looking at just shy of 30 feet. So super manageable runaround size. Great to get in those tighter parking lots, up at trailheads maybe, that kind of stuff. It's just super maneuverable. But this one is fully loaded out with options. Really excited to run you guys through this one. Again, just arrived yesterday, still available. So take a look and see what you guys think about this one. But it is a really cool one. We'll start up here at that RTG front tack. What that means, RTG stands for ready to go, meaning this one is going to be fully loaded, ready to go for you guys with all the features you could possibly want in a front tack. When I say loaded, this one is loaded. So what we're looking at is your 42 inch wide front tack door opening. That is an extra wide door. That is not standard. It is oversized. That is something that we order on all of our trailers with this front tack when you have a swing out saddle rack. So that extra width on your door and your swing out saddle rack, you guys can see it's still giving you tons of room to get in and out of this trailer. Even when you throw some saddles on here and some pads on here, you're still gonna be able to access your trailer and still get in there and get your bridles and stuff. So that's why we do that 42 inch door. Up above on your door, you're gonna have a sliding bus window. I think that's positioned really well, having your blanket bars right here. Just giving you guys some ventilation through your front tack, but then also giving you ventilation and airflow through your saddle pads, especially if after you had a long ride, maybe they get a little hot and sweaty. Throw your pads on here, open that window on your drive home, get that airflow moving off those, get them dried out a lot faster. And your brush tray, Cimarron brush tray is going to be a little bit oversized. I like those sizes a lot better than some other ones I've had on trailers. I think they're great depth and a great width. You're going to have 3 different compartments in there, so 2 dividers, kind of give you some separation. I like that just for I like to keep things organized, so I have mine all separated with brushes, rubber bands, spray bottles, that kind of stuff. They do have drain holes in the bottom, so if something does leak in there, it's really easy to just spray those out. You have your swing out saddle rack on a gas shock. This one is going to have 4 saddle racks because it's going to be your 4-horse slant load. These are adjustable, so you can loosen these bolts back here, slide these up and down, put them anywhere you need to on this rack. So if you want to bump that lower one up, kind of get your stirrups up off the ground, you can do that. And then your top one, if you want to run that one up a little bit, depending on what kind of saddle you have, I'll just let you know I have barrel saddles. They're going to have that taller horn, so when you do run those up there, you just got to make sure getting in and out of that threshold up there, you're not hitting your saddle horns up on your door frame. But anything with a shorter horn is going to be just fine. But it's super nice to have that adjustability. Put these guys wherever you need to. Your saddle blanket bars are on that same gas shock, so those are also going to slide out. Just quick grab right here off your tie rings, throw your saddle pads on here, throw your saddles up on here. They're both on that gas shock, so once you get them pushed back in, they're going to stay put. In your front tack, we did upgrade to that fold down step. Being your 6'10 wide standard width trailer, you do get a full length running board. What we do on our inventory pieces is we're going to cut off that running board, give it a little taper there, and then get you a fold down step. So this is an upgrade. This is not standard. You will see it on all of our trailers though. So to us, it is standard. We're going to option that on everything we order. It just makes your life so much easier. Drops down that step about 6 inches lower for you. And this step is also going to be on that gas shock. So if this step, it's meant to kind of stay up as you drive down. You got your DOT reflection tape there, but If that gas shock were to ever fail and your step keeps folding down on you, super easy. All you guys have to do is replace that one part. So you're not having to bring it in, replace an entire step, get that whole new piece there, spend a couple $100. All you gotta do, spend a couple bucks on a gas shock, give us a call, we'll get you one in the mail. Super easy to replace by yourself, and then you have a functional fold down step again. So we'll go ahead and climb up in here and show you guys what it looks like on the inside. This one is going to have your carpeted gooseneck nose and drop wall. We throw some carpet up in here, up in the nose. Just works for storage purposes. When you do slide some stuff up in there, it kind of sticks a little bit better, but if you also need to use it to throw a sleeping bag up in there, spend some time up there, spend a night. Maybe you're up at a trail ride and you just need to spend one night in here, you're changing, dressing room at a horse show, kind of that kind of stuff. This just works really well for having the carpet there, and then you do have those windows up there for some ventilation, get some airflow moving through this trailer. Again, carpeted here. You do have the carpeted boot box as well coming down your drop wall here. A little bit over half width. It's gonna be 12 inches wide this direction, super deep. This is just dual purpose. Acts as a step to get up in that gooseneck nose, but also acts as storage, kind of get things tucked up out of the way, get them off your floor. I've got one of these in my Cimarron. I use it for extra blankets like sheets, winter blankets, coolers, magnets, magnet blankets, all that stuff. Anything that I'm gonna be rotating throughout on my horses, I just shove it all in there, forget about it. It's out of the way, it's off the floor, and it's contained. So I really like my boot box storage. And then on this one, we did rubber mats on the floor. This is kind of a middle of the road. Standard, you're gonna get carpet. Middle of the road, you're gonna get this black rubber mat. It is rubber mats, so you are gonna have your one seam here in this tack room. And then the next step up from that is going to be your gray rubber tread flooring, which is a seamless rubber mat flooring. So both great options. I prefer any of these over the carpet just for cleaning sake. The carpet does work really well as well if you're going to use it as like a dressing room, but I personally prefer this. It's just super easy to sweep it out. And then like I said, this one is your 3-foot 8-inch short wall. On your short wall here, you're going to have that shelf with a closed bar underneath. So your shelf does have a 2-inch lip on it. So that way when you set stuff in here, it's just gonna go down into your shelf and not worry about sliding back off of there. Inside of your shelf, you're gonna have that rubber mat. It just acts as a protector and kind of makes it a little bit stickier when you do stick stuff up in there. I've got cowboy hats up in there, it works great for that. And then below you got your clothes bar if you're gonna hang some stuff up, change of clothes at an event, rain slickers up on a trailhead, you just never know what weather you're gonna run into, extra jackets, that kind of stuff. I actually have some bridle hooks hanging over here as well, so kind of dual purpose. So you can never hang too many items in a trailer. Go ahead and slide that out of our way. And then your partition wall over here, you're just gonna have it in your center here where you have your carpet behind, 2 rows of bridle hooks. Each one's gonna have 6 hooks on it. So we do the carpet behind your bridle hooks to protect your trailer and also protect your tack. When you hang up your bridles on here, your halters or your tie downs, that kind of stuff, you're gonna have buckles, conchos, clips, all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be metal, right? So you're gonna have metal swaying up against your sheeting here. If you just have it up against your sheeting and not carpet, you're gonna start to get some black streaks. It's also gonna be a lot louder. So when you put the carpet here, it's really gonna keep it a lot quieter, deaden the noise for the horses on the other side of this wall, protect your trailer and protect your tack. So one option I like to mention if you are looking at custom ordering a trailer, one of my personal favorite upgrades is to just carpet this entire partition wall. We do that on some trailers. This one's just gonna have it behind the bridle hooks, which regardless you wanna have that, but just something to keep in mind. And then back here in our corner, kind of our dead space back here, we like to use this for our water tank. So we're gonna go ahead and put a 25-gallon water tank in all of our trailers, all of our inventory trailers. Again, this is not standard, this is an upgrade, but to us, it is gonna be standard. It's just a great feature to have. It's gonna be a fill at top, and then you do have your spigot down below. It does come with a stand, and inside your stand is the hose. It's a great length hose. You can just screw it on there and then run it out your tack room door. So you can actually use it outside of your trailer to fill buckets, wash off sport boots, wash off dogs, wash off your muddy boots. Just works really well. I have one in my trailer, you guys, it does have great pressure. So coming out of there, it is gravity fed, but it does come out really quickly. So really a great option to just keep water on board your trailer. You just never know when you're gonna need it. And then as we step out, we'll just take a look up above this threshold here, this doorway. You do have one OptiBrite LED light in here. Gives you a lot of visibility inside of that front tack. Those are super bright, you guys. So kind of like I said, this is your RTG ready to go front tack, loaded with all the options you could possibly need in your front tack. Really well set up, ready to go down the road for you. So we're gonna move on back here. So one of the upgrades that we had done on this trailer is we went ahead and did drop down windows on your hip side. So this is not a standard feature. This is one of the upgrades as well. You're just gonna typically get sliding bus windows on your hip side. So each stall would have an oversized sliding bus window. You can also option it with those livestock slats, throw in some plexiglass. This one we went ahead and did drop down windows. This is just gonna give you guys so much more airflow and ventilation throughout this trailer. It's a really great upgrade if you do live, I'd say in Colorado in the summertime, but if you do live down south, Texas, Oklahoma, Arizona, New Mexico, anywhere like that, it's a warmer climate, you need that airflow. This is going to be a great option for your trailer for those of you that live down south. Just get that airflow through there, cool them off a lot easier. That combined with your insulated roof on these Cimarrons, just going to be a really great option to keep those horses cooler and comfortable going down the road. Up above those windows, we have a 16-inch awning OptiBrite LED light, not an OptiBrite, just an LED light. We went ahead and optioned that right here, located it right over your tie rings. So you'll have that visibility over your horses here as well as inside your tack room. If you are kind of tacking up off of this trailer at night or early in the morning, you're gonna have that visibility. You do get 4 tie rings, being a 4-horse slant load. I do believe we can add one back here kind of towards this rear post if you needed an extra one, or if you just didn't want to use that front one up there. I know it gets a little bit close to your swing out saddle rack. So if you did want to kind of forget that one and use one back here, that is something that our shop can do. Throw another one of those on there for you guys. Down here we do have 2 Dexter rubber torsion axles here. These ones are your 6,000 pound axles on a 16-inch wheel. They are those black spoke rims. I think they look really nice on these trailers. They really pop on those white sheets. So taking a look at these trailers, or at these tires, you're gonna notice that green valve stem cover there, you guys. That is indicating that these tires are filled with nitrogen, not air. So what that is doing for you guys is really reducing the air fluctuation that could happen in these tires, especially right now. Guys, this season is so changing. Like, it's cold at night, we're looking at 30 degrees at night or lower, and then during the day we're almost going to be pushing 60 this week, if not over 60. So that's quite a bit of fluctuation there. Standard tires filled with air are gonna reduce the air pressure when it's cold. Jump on the highway, they're gonna heat up, they're gonna expand again. So having that much fluctuation is gonna increase your risk of a blowout. When you fill them with nitrogen, you're just gonna maintain that PSI and reduce your risk of a blowout. So really great option there. If you do have an issue down the road, maybe you get a nail and you need to fill your tire back up before you get back home, it is okay to fill them with air, you guys. Just when you get home, take it back to your tire shop, fill it back up with the nitrogen and keep it all the same. But if you do get in a bind, you can fill them with air. We'll go ahead and step around to our load space back here. Starting up at the top, we're gonna have one of those 8-inch awning LED lights up here. This is gonna be your loading light. Back here you do have 2 big OptiBrite lights inside of your trailer space, but back here for loading, kind of right at this step here, we just want some light, give your horses some confidence getting in and out of this trailer. It's gonna be located on your right-hand side because we do our 60/40 doors back here, so we're kind of anticipating that you guys are just gonna be using your 60% door for loading and unloading, so that's why your light is located right here. And then on this side, we do have your 40% door. So that is what that does for you guys back here is, one, it makes it a lot more convenient, a lot easier to use when you are by yourself and just loading and unloading. All you have to do, all you gotta worry about is the one door. But also, if you did wanna upgrade, which one of my customers has done, they ordered a folding rear tack kit from Cimarron. Cimarron made it down there, they ship it up here, and then our techs install it. So you can add a folding rear tack kit to this trailer. What my customer did is they actually just purchased that folding rear wall. They did not do that removable saddle post back there. They already had enough saddles up in that front tack that they just needed this space for extra storage. They're just going to use it for brooms, pitchforks, buckets, shavings, hay, grain, that kind of stuff. Just extra storage. So that is always an option to consider. And then at your 40% door, there is no window, so you don't have to worry about getting any moisture in there. You do get a butt strap on these trailers. It's a great feature to have if you have one horse similar to mine that anticipates as soon as you open the door, he thinks it's time to come out and you haven't had time to get in there and untie him. That's just great safety feature there. So it gives you an opportunity to get in there safely, untie your horse safely, and then remove the butt strap and unload them safely. This is all about safety here. Before we step in, I was just going to show you guys the floor on these Cimarrons. It's a little bit wet under there because we washed these trailers to show them for videos, but this is all aluminum floor underneath here. 100% aluminum on these Cimarrons. If you were to look underneath this trailer, you're going to see your V-truss floor supports every 4 inches. So underneath your aluminum flooring, you are going to have that extra stability, extra durability, and then when you do V-trusses, it's even more support. Keep in mind, guys, that is every 4 inches. Think about your horse's hoof and how big that is. I actually measured my horse's hooves the other day to order them soft ride boots. They're 5.5 inches long, so that gives me a lot of confidence at home in my Cimarron. Whenever my horse steps in here, he is touching a floor support. So great peace of mind. Crawl underneath another trailer, you guys, that's not going to be every 4 inches, I will tell you that. This trailer, another upgrade that we have done, this does not come standard. It's going to be these padded dividers. We did upgrade this trailer with those, kind of just showing you guys all the options we can do, giving you some variety on our lot here. I don't have these on my trailer right now. I will tell you that is probably something I'm going to do to mine in the future. Maybe next summer when we start hauling again, kind of taking the winter off, would be to add some of those. Right now, all I do with my trailer is haul my horse to and from the vet. Whenever he gets there, he always ends up getting sedation, but when I haul him home, he's still a little bit sleepy. He leans on these dividers and this aluminum will rub on them and they'll leave them some black streaks. So just knowing that, that's just kind of like a want there, just to keep him clean, but also knowing that he does put that much pressure on these dividers, it would be nice to just add some padding for him. If he's kind of bouncing back and forth off those, give him some more comfortability inside of here. Another padded divider here. Each of these dividers, guys, you are going to be getting your 3 D-rings in each stall. So you're going to have the ability to hang a corner feeder in any stall. Super easy to pick those up from any feed store, any ranch supply store. I know Weaver and Professional's Choice both make great options for a corner feeder. It's all standard size, so that is something you can do in this one. Up here at our front stall, we have a stud stall. We like to do this on all of our front stalls. Again, an upgrade, not standard. To us, it is standard. We just like to do that, especially when we have an escape door on this front stall, so that you guys can, if you need to, use that first stall for storage. It makes a great space. If you only have to haul 3 horses or less, it gives you lots of space up there, and then with that escape door, it's just really easy access to use that for other items, especially not having a rear tack in this one. Moving on up to the roof, you guys, you're going to have 4 two-way roof vents, one over each stall in this trailer. Again, they work both directions, so you can go ahead and pop them open facing forward to be pulling that air in, pop them open facing backwards to be drawing that air out. Combine that with your drops on your head side, your drops on your hip side, and your standard insulated roof on this Cimarron. You guys do not gonna have to worry about your horses overheating in this trailer. They're gonna have lots of airflow, lots of ventilation, and lots of ways to manipulate that however you need to, based on the climate and what you're hauling that day. It's really well optioned stall space as well. There's a lot going on with this trailer. Just so you guys know, if you're not familiar with Cimarrons, we are looking at a full aluminum construction trailer. These do not have a steel frame, they are aluminum frame. They actually do use a lot thicker aluminum than a standard manufacturer, so it is Weight wise, still gonna be close to that steel frame, probably not quite as heavy, but very close. They do have the strongest upright posts on the market, and like I said, mentioned that floor earlier, it's the strongest floor on the market. Really hard to beat that quality of construction of a Cimarron here. Taking a look at our head side, we do have these same drop down windows. These ones actually do have jail bars as well because they are on the head side, so you can kind of see that you can work them a couple different ways here. You can drop them down like this, kind of lock this part into place, and then you have that head grill there. It's going to keep their heads in. You can drive down the road just how that is set up right there. Again, getting them that ventilation and airflow. If you are stopped somewhere, maybe you need to just check on them, refill that corner feeder we talked about, or if you want to give them some water, you can drop down the jail bars and be able to check on them. You do have that full length running board here, so you can use that to step up in here and check on them that way. They are really easy to use. So very easy to just put them away and take them back out. All you're looking for is that little groove up there to get those in there, and then you got your jail bars back in place. If you don't need these drop down, you guys will see, same with the hip side, each window is still going to have a sliding bus window in it if you don't need quite that much airflow in there. Each of those stalls in there, each of them do have 2 tie rings as well, guys, so you don't have to use the corner feeder option. You can hang up a hay net as well. I really like that they're optioned with the 2 tie rings, giving you guys lots of versatility. Again, I keep saying that, but that's kind of what we think about with these Cimarrons. And then your escape door right on your stud wall there, so you guys can see how much space you're actually getting inside of there. It's kind of hard to tell on a camera, but guys, that is a big space there. Each divider space is going to be 39 inches wide. So I actually like to use that space. Since I don't have a rear tack, I've got like muck tubs, pitchforks, grain, shavings, and then I use those big Rubbermaid tubs for storage, and I've got all my extra stuff in there. Extra halters and lead ropes just in case. I've got all my back on track leg wraps and stuff, and then I just stack those in there, and I don't have to worry about them sliding under because you have the stud wall there. If you did put a horse in here and you need to open that door, you still have the chest bar just in case, so you don't have anyone jumping out. Your chest bar still has the D-rings on it, so you still are able to hang a corner feeder up there as well. And then on your escape door here, it's going to have 2 different latches on it. So you're going to have your paddle latch right here. So when you slam it shut, it is shut. I really like that mine has that. So when I'm in a hurry and I just need it to shut, I can just shut it and not worry about it. But then think about it, if you do have a horse on the other side of there, they can potentially play with this and open it, right? So to have a secondary latch here, we have this butterfly latch. So now you can latch it from the outside, and even if they were to pop this open on the inside, your door's not going to open. So a little bit of a safety feature there. On our Cimarrons, we actually option our drop wall here at 53 inches on all of our runaround using trailers. We do make this drop wall a full 53 inches. Not standard, that is an upgrade, you guys, but we do it on everything. We just like to know, we hear from customers every day. They buy a new truck, these truck bed rails are getting taller and taller. The trucks themselves are getting taller and taller. They have their older model trailer at home. They're gonna have to keep dropping that coupler and cranking it up so that your trailer ends up running down the road nosed up, just to avoid hitting those bed rails. That's gonna cause wear on your axles. It's gonna cause wear on your tires. It's not a good situation to be in. So increasing this drop wall, it's gonna take space out of your nose space back there, but as you guys saw inside, still plenty of room. Even if you were to spend the night, there's still plenty of head clearance up there. So taking those 3 inches there, giving that extra room to your bed rails, still leaving your coupler where it is. You're gonna be able to run this trailer down the road nice and level, not worry about your bed rails and not worry about wearing those axles. If something were to happen with your axles, let's say you guys hit a pothole, because that happens this time of year with all that moisture, your roads are getting worn down. If you hit a pothole, you drive over a curb on accident, something like that, I think it's really nice to mention that our shop actually does align horse trailers here. They do align these axles, something I hadn't heard of or even thought of until I started working here. I think that's awesome. You guys always think about aligning your tow vehicle, right? But you haven't really thought about aligning your trailer. That's really important to keep in mind on these trailers. If you do think you hit something and you need to just bring it in, get it checked out, make sure you are driving straight down the road with your trailer as well, so you don't have any issues with your axles, your tires in the future. We have a standard manual crank jack on here. This can be upgraded to an electric jack. It can be done at the factory. It can also be done here though. So if you do want to get that done here, that's an option. We're just going to add an electric jack here, and then you get an aluminum battery box with a battery in here and a battery disconnect switch. Gives you guys the ability to run your lights without being plugged in too. So you get a couple different upgrades when you do that electric jack. We have your spare tire. It is a matching spare tire. So if you do need to change your tire and add this one on there, it's going to be matching. You're going to show up to your event looking the same, not looking like you have a spare tire on there. And having that matching rim there, I think it's really great to use this tire and rotate it through your tire rotation program. Get some good use out of your spare tire. That way when you go in a couple years to add a new set, you actually got some use out of this one and not just 4 of them. Being a brand new 2024 Cimarron, you're going to get a couple great warranties with this one. You are going to get an 8-year structure warranty and 3-year hitch to bumper. You guys are checking out the front of this trailer right now. We're looking at our stock tag. Your stock number on this trailer specifically is 5N231384. So if you guys are watching online right now, go to transwest.com, scroll to the bottom right-hand corner, type in 5N231384. It's going to take you to the webpage for this trailer. It's not photoed yet, but it will be soon. It's got the drawing on there, so you guys can check that out. You guys can see if it's still available. You can find the list price on there as well. So all my contact info will show up on your screen. If you're interested in this trailer, if you want to build something like this, we actually did have this exact same trailer come in charcoal yesterday, so that dark gray color. If you're interested in that one, give me a shout, give me a call, shoot me a text. That cell phone number is 303-918-6367. If you guys prefer email, I can email over this drawing to you as well as the spec sheet. My email is Michaela.Geis@transwest.com. I look forward to helping you guys out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.